As someone who reviews streaming devices every week, immersion is the one thing I care about most. Clean visuals, stable performance, no distractions. And this phone approaches immersion differently. The Nubia Z80 Ultra removes the punch hole completely. No notch, no island, nothing cutting into the display. And for someone who spends a lot of time watching content and gaming on screens, that immediately caught my attention. So today I want to find out whether the Z80 Ultra is genuinely the most immersive flagship of 2026, or just another spec-heavy device trying to stand out. Before we talk about performance or cameras, just look at this. There's no notch, no island, no camera cutout. The front camera sits under the display. So when you're watching content or gaming, there's nothing breaking your line of sight. Most phones still interrupt the display in some way. This doesn't. And visually, it feels different immediately. But there's a reason most brands don't do this, and we'll come back to that. This is a 6.85-inch 1.5K AMOLED panel with a 144Hz refresh rate and up to 2500 nits peak brightness. On paper, those are strong numbers. But what matters more is how it feels. Scrolling is fluid. Gaming is smooth. Watching films feels cinematic. Without a cutout pulling your eye upwards, your brain relaxes into the image. In bright sunlight, visibility holds up very well. And at 144Hz, motion feels responsive without being artificially over-sharpened. If immersion is the goal, this is one of the cleanest implementations right now. But immersion just isn't about the screen. It's also about perspective. Most flagship phones use a 24mm or 26mm main lens. Nubia chose 35mm. That's a deliberate choice. 35mm is often called the human eye focal length because it captures scenes in a more natural way. Faces look more realistic. Backgrounds don't stretch, and there's less distortion. The main sensor is 50 megapixels with optical image stabilization. You also get a 50 megapixel ultra wide and a 64 megapixel telephoto with OIS. So versatility isn't sacrificed. But the identity of this camera is clear. It prioritizes realism over exaggeration. Now, this actually ties into something Nubia is running right now called the Ultra Easter Hunt. It's built around this idea of discovering hidden gems, which fits perfectly with the 35mm philosophy here. The whole concept is simple. You head over to the official event page, smash an Easter egg, and it reveals one of the Z80 Ultra's hidden features, along with a £40 exclusive coupon. And if you subscribe and place your order during the event, you're automatically entered into their ultimate giveaway. You could win either a professional photographer kit for the Nubia Z80 Ultra or the Nubia Gamepad 2. It's very much built around two identities of this phone: the professional photographer and the performance beast, which honestly are the two strongest aspects of this device. If you're interested, I'll leave the official link below so you can check out the Ultra Easter Hunt for yourself. Now back to the phone. Now here's what surprised me: the physical dual stage camera button. Half press to focus, then full press to capture. Hold it for burst, and then that changes how you shoot. It feels intentional, more like using a compact camera than tapping a screen. But this phone isn't just about visuals. It also has to keep up. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because a phone can feel immersive until performance breaks that illusion. Inside is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, built on a 3nm process and paired with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. In daily use, it feels fast immediately. App launches are instant, multitasking is effortless, and high frame rate gaming stays stable. In extended sessions, I didn't notice major frame drops or aggressive throttling. That consistency matters, because immersion disappears the moment performance stutters. And here it holds together well. But performance means nothing if battery life collapses. This has a 7200 mAh battery. That's enormous for a flagship. Nubia is using a silicon carbon anode battery to maintain energy density while keeping the device relatively slim. You also get 80 watts wired charging and 80 watts wireless charging. In extended gaming sessions, battery drain was noticeably slower than most premium competitors. And that changes how you use the phone. You stop thinking about percentages, you just use it. But there's one more piece to this: durability. The Z80 Ultra is rated IP68 and IP69. That means it's fully dustproof and resistant not only to water immersion, but also high pressure water jets. It feels solid in hand, premium, substantial at around 227 grams, but balanced. This doesn't feel fragile, it feels engineered. Now, to be fair, under-display cameras still aren't perfect. In good lighting, selfies are solid. But in very low light, traditional punch-hole cameras can still produce cleaner results. That's the trade-off. Nubia chose screen integrity over absolute selfie optimization. And whether that matters depends on how you use your phone. So is the Nubia Z80 Ultra the most immersive flagship of 2026? If you value a completely uninterrupted display, natural 35mm photography, strong sustained performance, and exceptional battery life, this is one of the most cohesive flagship experiences available right now. It doesn't chase trends, it commits to philosophy, and that makes it interesting. And just a quick reminder, if you're watching this around launch, Nubia's The Ultra Easter Hunt is live. You can smash the Easter egg on their site to unlock a £40 coupon. And there's a chance to win either the Professional Photographer Kit or the Gamepad 2. Details are in the description. If this review helped, subscribe for more deep dive flagship testing. And tell me in the comments, would you choose a true full screen over a slightly stronger selfie camera? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.